Welcome, comic book junkies, one and all from around the world. Welcome to another Nighttiger Comics comic book haul. I'll be your host, if you let me. Your ever humble but crazy Mike Smith, aka the Nighttiger. It's been a really good week. I hope you guys had a good week. I found a bunch of different stuff, and I just want to share them with you. So I hope you let me do that. Before we get started, I need to get a drink of my Bang Cherry Blade Lemonade. And this is product placement.
Watch Nighttiger Comics!
Nighttiger Comics.
Tiger Comics! Nighttiger Comics! Nighttiger Comics!
Yeah.
We'll put that right there. Hey, this has 0 calories per can. So went to Goodwill yesterday, hung out with the wife. We went out to another town. I hit a comic shop over there. That's one that I've bought a lot of good stuff over the years. Great guy, Chet. And what can I say? They have $3 bins with a lot of good stuff. Then they have the off to the side priced higher. They got Golden Age. They said they're getting in a batch of Golden Age in a couple weeks. So yeah, I went there. I think I did pretty good. Went to Goodwill. I never hardly ever find anything there. I found those Archie keys a while back, and all I found was this for $1. I have not seen this yet, and I've heard good things about it. So I'll probably be watching that later today. On the way home from work at the truck stop, I found this really neat toy. I couldn't believe it for $13. This thing is awesome. This is the Twin Gyro Light Blaster, spin action lights and sounds. Check this thing out, people. I think I'm going to pick up a second one of these. It looks like one of those guns on the Wonder Comics by Alex Schomburg. Really awesome. It's a pretty high-end toy, you know? It doesn't feel cheap. And I love the effects on that. So that's the Twin Gyro Light Blaster. You can find those at Love's truck stops if you got one near you. So the next one, I always forget the name of this video or this channel. Modern Bronze Age Gods or something like that. I forget the guy. There's 2 guys on there. Really good channel. Really entertaining. And they usually run about an hour, and I'm always entertained all the way through. They do different things. They do the 90s where they bring a cheesy book from the 90s and share it from that date. But anyways, they mentioned this book. This is the Standard Catalog of Comics, the second edition from 2003. I jumped on eBay, and believe it or not, this one was only $5 plus shipping, so it was like $10. And I thought, let me find a cheaper one or see if there was a cheaper one. People were selling these anywhere from 25 to 30 all the way up to $50. This thing is packed with all kinds of information. It has CGC auctions. This catalogs all comic books from the early Golden Age all the way up to 2003. Lists CGC auctions. Now, if the print run was available, it's printed on after the issue in here. So a lot of print run information. That's why I got it. I really want to do a little research into seeing print runs on books from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even in the Golden Age. I did check. There's no real Golden Age print runs. Most of the stuff they got is from like the late 80s to up to 2003. And they have so they have orders by the distributor or something like that. They show the orders by Capital City, and it's pretty cool. I kind of thumbed through this. I really want to get into this and kind of do a couple videos on different information out of here. So enough about that, but yeah, check that out. was $5. Maybe you can find a cheap one. I think there's a 2005 edition. That's the latest one. So yeah, so that's the standard catalog of comic books. We'll put that under here, and you know, if you don't want to read it, it makes a great workout weight. So I did buy one new comic this week. I don't know why. I just liked it, and I don't even like Miles Morales, but I thought it was cool. He's got a new uniform. I don't know when he got that. It's kind of hip hop-ish. I thought it looked cool. I don't even know why. And the art inside was pretty good. So I said, and I go into the little shop, and if they haven't bought any collections or anything like that, and I pretty much picked through the back issue bins, I'll try to buy something. So I did buy that from them. I bought a bunch more Mylars. He sells them $8 for 100. And I picked up another couple backing boards for the Silver Age. He's out of current size. All he has is silver, so I'm going to keep buying them up because the shipment is stalled in Canada, and we don't know when it's ever going to get in. And the books, the modern books, they don't look too bad in a Silver Age. Look at this one here. That doesn't look bad. So, hey, I snooze, I lost. I could have bought all the current ones, and I didn't. So, okay, so on recommendation from Black Box Silver and Bronze, check him out on Instagram, suggested I showed him a book that I bought, a Sergeant Fury in the last haul, and he said that there are famous issues in the run done by Gary Friedrich where he writes the story from the point of view of another character that's involved. And they'll have on the covers the whatever. So this one's the assassin. So this story is written from the point of view of the assassin. And it's pretty cool. I guess it's kind of, some people know about these, some don't. So I went down to the antique store and picked this up. This book was $10 because it has a Frank Zappa ad. Now I don't know why that's important. It is pretty cool. I guess because Frank Zappa paid for a whole page ad in the Marvel Comics. And I've seen this ad before. I didn't know. It doesn't say Frank Zappa on it anywhere. So at the time that I've seen this when I was a kid, I didn't know that the Mothers of Invention was Frank Zappa. So he bought a whole page there in Marvel Comics. So that's pretty cool. So I paid up a little bit. I like going, excuse me, to this antique store down the road. It has really nice owners, and I get to talk with Paris. She's a really nice lady, and she was telling her dad how she thought that I died, and she was happy that I wasn't dead, and I always feel good when she says that. So I don't know, but when you go into places and the people are friendly that run them, then you like to go back. And so I bought this one. This one's The Informer. So obviously the point of view of the story is going to be from The Informer. And if I didn't mention, this is number 51 from February 68. So this is a birthday book for me. That's my birthday. February 68 was the day I was born. And then this one is number 57 from August 68. Again, Gary Friedrich, John Severin on the art. And I like to put that information in the back. How much I paid, where did I buy it, what day or what month I bought it, what's significant, if it has a famous writer, artist, or if it's a key issue, I'll put that on the back. And then this one was just $3. This wasn't part of the point of view stories. They actually had two more, but they were kind of tore the covers and stuff like that, so I didn't really want to pay the $6. Maybe I'll go back and get them later. I don't know. If I read these and they're really good, I know I'll go back and get them. So this is number 45 from August 67. Again, Gary Friedrich on the scripts. If you don't know who he is, he created the Ghost Rider. And then John Severin again on the art. So those three were from the antique store. Now the owner was telling me that he owns Amazing Fantasy 15, Avengers 1, some other big Marvel books. He's a big Marvel collector. Now he's an older gentleman. He's probably like in his late 60s. And he said that he's selling them, and that he goes, oh, I have an old Spider-Man issue out. And I said, show it to me. So he went and looked in the case, and he's like, oh, somebody already bought it, I guess. He goes, well, I'll be bringing some more comics in, and I'll put good prices on them. And I told him, but I wanted to buy your other, he had a Golden Age comic that was really beat up for 40. And I said, I offer you 25 on the Gunfighters, and you didn't take it. And he didn't say anything. So hopefully he'll bring these Marvel issues in, and he'll put good prices on them. Okay, so I went to this store in Gainesville. If you're in the Florida area, you want to go here. It's called All-Star Cards Comics Collectibles. Really, it's a small store, but they always have a lot of good back issues. What do I want to say? So they have an array of Golden Age all the way up to Bronze and Modern. They have almost every omnibus for Marvel Comics in the store, so you can buy those there. So I went through the $3 bin. He gave me $10 off, so I think they came out to around something like $250, $260. And then I bought two wall books. They were in different back issue bins, so they were more. So what did I get? So if you know me, for the end of the year, I like to do the Christmas show. So I'm starting to pick up some Christmas covers right now. These were all $260. This is from January 1955, number 159. Just a nice, sweet Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes Christmas cover. And pretty decent looking too. It's, it's no tears, nothing. It's probably like a 4, but for $2.50. Now, I told my wife I bought this. She told me no Vampirilla books in the house, please. So I did pick this one up. Probably going to do either a trade if anybody wants to trade this. It is Vampirilla Lives number 3. Harris Comics, and it's a J. Scott Campbell cover. And this was from February 1997. I am not tied to this book. If anybody wants to trade for this thing, I'd rather trade than sell, but if you're interested in buying it, shoot me something. I didn't have this. I'm trying to get this whole run. This was there. Let me show you this book. So this is Gene Colan's, and this is the Iron Duck cover. This is number 30 from March 79. Again, this is $260. That book looks like it came right off the newsstand. Without my fingerprints, it was probably a 9.8. Man, just beautiful. It's a nice book to put on your wall because it's just so cool, the cover. Man, I can't believe the grade on this thing. It looks brand new. When are you going to find a Bronze Age book that looks like that for $2.50? Okay, I have this already, but I couldn't leave a second copy. This book is up for trade. I'd rather trade it than sell it, but if anyone's interested in buying it, shoot me an offer. This is a Charlton Comics. This is Outlaws of the West, number 80 from March 70. This is the only cover that Steve Ditko ever did on a Western book. And Ranger Sly sent me one of these a couple years ago. I had no idea. Not many people know about this book, and when I tell them about it, they're like, what? I didn't know about that. So it's Outlaws of the West, number 80. And you know what? If you've seen it, go and grab it. Steve Ditko's only Western cover. So I am a huge Jonah Hex fan. Michael Fletcher, one of the best writers in comics. He did a lot of the run from Weird Western Tales and the Jonah Hex run. He did some middle issues or some early issues. So they had almost the full run of Jonah Hex. To limit the money, I only bought the early issues of what I didn't have. So this is number 17 And this is actually Michael Fletcher on this. Another great writer. He likes to really push the boundaries of the comic code. So if you see his name on a script, you know the story's going to be good. This is from October 1978. And just really, and all these were in fantastic shape. Now I think I'm going to go back next weekend and there's probably another, I'd have to say probably another 15 to 20 issues of the later runs towards the end. And then we got number 15. And these are I forget who does the scripts on this. It's like on the tip of my brain. But if you have not ever read Jonah Hex series, it's a great series. You're in for a treat. And then there's number 14. But these early issues, especially in high grade, they're hard to get. Now, I've been to my big LCS here in town and also another store in Jacksonville at the flea market, and they're all wanting $15 to $20 for these issues, which is insane. I don't know, maybe that's what they go for. This is from July 78. Now, this next one is a key. It's not even listed in the Key Collector app, but it is a key. This is Jonah Hex number 9, February 1978. Michael Fletcher on script. But look who does the cover. Bernie Wrightson. And if you can see right there. Nice high grade copy. Bernie Wrightson doing a Western cover. So we got Steve Ditko. I don't know if Bernie's ever done any other covers on Western titles, so this might be the only one. I never knew about this. If anybody out there wants to leave a comment, let me know. If you know any Western issues that he has done, I'd like to get them. Okay, so number 7, and this is Jonah Hex, December 1977, high grade copy. Now this one showed up in Key Collector, and it says for a high grade copy, this book goes for $50 to $55. So there it is for $2.60. The reason is this is the origin of the disfigurement on his mouth. So if you know anything about Jonah Hex, you know he has that like piece of skin that's right between both lips. Again, another Michael Fletcher script. I would expect that from him. And this is going to be good. I can't wait to read this. Okay, so we're still continuing on with the $2.50-60 books. My earliest issue, Weird Western Tales number 20. A beautiful Luis Dominguez cover. Check out that moon with the fog in the background. So this is from December 1973, number 20. And then, see, this is the reason I put those later Jonah Hex backs, because I find all these Weird Western Tales. So Jonah Hex had a good run in here, and then when he left, they did the solo, and they replaced him with Scalp Hunter. This is number 31 from December 1973. Again, another Michael Fletcher script. Unfortunately, it's not a Luis Dominguez cover, but he did do a lot of covers in this run. Then we got number 32, February 74. Michael Fletcher scripts again. Just love the title, the trade dress on these books. And we have number 33. Michael Fletcher again. This is a Joe Kubert cover, but the interior work is by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, another fantastic artist. March 76. And last of these is number 38. A really, really nice copy too. Beautiful cover. Michael Fletcher scripts, February 77. If you find these for like less than $5, these are something you want to add to your collection. Okay, so the last 2 books that came from that shop. Let me get a drink here. this sweet, sweet, sweet high grade Neil Adams cover from Tales of Unexpected, January 1968. This is the last Tales of the on the title. And this is, of course, some early Neil Adams. Let's look at this book. I don't care what you say. We're looking at this book. Come on. You want to see this outside the Mylar. Trust me. Let's see here. There we go. Look at that. This was $15. And I said, this is I'm buying this. It's going to go on my wall. We got Skittle Ball or Skittle Bowl. That is just a sweet copy. I find books like this, early Neil Adams in this grade for $15, I'll pick them up. This store is really good. The guy that runs it is a math professor at the university. He's not the owner, but he is a really, really great guy. He has a channel. He has a channel on YouTube. He hasn't put up anything in years, but he does horror magazines and stuff. His name is Fens the Monster. So look him up on YouTube. Watch his videos. He's got a really nice collection. And if you leave a comment, put congratulations. He's having his first baby this year. Maybe beginning of next year. I don't know, but his first child. He's a really cool guy. Plays the best music in there. Jamming out. We were jamming out to Dio Black Sabbath. Accept. Really cool comic shop. So the last book I got from that comic shop, $20. And why did I buy this? The first thing I saw on it was the 10-cent price. And a Batman book. And Batman's my favorite superhero. And so this was $20. It's from 1960, June, number 132. So you can see still has the old symbol on the chest. And anytime I can add one of these books to my collection that's really decent copy, this is probably a 5.0 maybe. I'll do it. And I did. You want to look at it again? You want to look at this one closer? That's why not, right? It's got a stain on the cover. It's the only thing that irritates me. I want to try to get that off. And you can see it's right here, but at least it's not in a place that really affects the art. But it's a really nice copy for $20. Let's check it. Let's give it the smell test. Oh, yeah. Here, let's look at the splash page. Nice tight staples. That's what I like too. Nice tight. A lot of times you get these books around this era and older and they're falling apart around the staples. And their books, when you buy the priced books, they all come in Mylar. Steve, I didn't pick up that Wild Bill Hickok, just trying to keep the funds down. I think between the 250 books and these two wall books, it came out to $85, and he gave me $10 off, and it was $75. Okay, so now we're on to eBay, and then we'll be rounding this out with the eBay books. So I had some success on auctions. I won 3 auctions. One's in here, 2 are coming. This next book was, I'm trying to pick up some books for Halloween. I'm hoping I'll have time to do a Halloween haul by the end of the month. And I always try to find, like, for Christmas, Halloween, and any other holidays, like 4th of July, looking for cheaper books in the golden age that have the covers that reflect those holidays. So I picked up Giggle Comics number 67 with the ghosts, and this is from September 1949. And he's saying, I thought you said you had goats in your house. That was a pretty cool cover too. And that's from ACG Comics, American Comic Group. Now, this one, I got a sweet deal on this. It's high grade. What did I pay for this? I paid $23.19 with shipping and tax. Beautiful Nick Hardy cover. April 1972. Number 4, The Dark Mansion of Forbidden Love. Now I have number 1 and I have number 2. I don't have number 3. I've been trying to make a deal on number 3 with somebody on eBay. They actually just shot me an offer. Basically, the offer they shot down that I offered them was $2 off because it's only $17.99. But I got to go look at it. I don't know if I want to buy. I want to make sure I buy high grade copies of these. So this book is probably, I would say, like maybe a 9.2 to 9.4. And for $23, and it's, you can see it's a thicker book. And it's from 1972. So I was happy to get that for 20 bucks. I usually don't find too many high grade books that cheap in the Bronze Age on eBay. They're there, you got to really search for them. So the next book, okay, so let me pull this book off the wall. This book off the wall came from the shop that we were just talking about. I bought this a couple years ago. Now this is a key issue. This is the first Spectre in the Bronze Age. You could find, they had another one there for $2.50. Again, this is Michael Fletcher. So you want to read this. This book, this series that he wrote and did with Jim Aparo is famous for pushing the comic code. They really did a lot of gruesome deaths and stuff like that. And the Comic Code Authority was giving the DC editors heat. They were asking him to tone it down, and he refused. So if you haven't read any of this, you need to pick this up if you can find it cheap. And it's only lasted like, I think, say 5 or 6 issues. So this was $3. You can see it's not a bad copy at all. Actually, it's much better than I thought it was. But I just always felt like this book is so cool that I wanted to upgrade it. And I'm going to put that in a Mylar. So I found one on eBay. This is like a 9.2 for $22 with tax and shipping. Because now eBay's charging anyone who lives in Florida tax. Look at that. It might be even higher than a 9.4. It's got that crease from being in a box with comics, but that's pressable. It's not a big deal. Book is just beautiful. So 2 home runs this week with Bronze Age books in high grade. And that's issue 431, Wrath of the Spectre. Now when this got canceled, they actually still had another issue or 2 that was done. And they reprinted that in the 90s in kind of like a special edition where they put in reprints of some early issues, and they put that one in that they never printed. Okay, so I won this eBay auction. What did I win it for? So $27 shipped. 1941 from Street and Smith Publishers. If you know who they are, they started out with pulps. Trailblazers Comics. And look at this corner right here. Ashes of Death. 1941. This is a huge book. Gigantic. I got lucky and had a Mylar this size because you don't want to spend $25 to buy 50 of these Mylars because you never use them. These Golden Age books this early, I don't pick them up too often. Anyways, yeah, this book was, I won it. And I've known this book, and it's kind of been on my want to have list. It's not a big key or anything like that. But the thing is, it's just hard to find it. It's not super scarce, but it's not exactly, you can't just find one of these every day. And look at that. I mean, it's in really nice shape for a Golden Age book. No tape on it at all. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. It does have tape. But they did a great job. You can barely see it. They taped the spine, but they did a great job on it. It's almost barely noticeable. So that's Trailblazers #1. And I'll put that away off camera. Okay, another sweet eBay deal. I found this book. This book is super scarce. Go look. The #1s are easier to find, and they're not that cool of covers because there's a lot of good girl covers in this run. It's an EC book. But #1 is just, it's not a good cover. And so there's like 4 or 5 of them on eBay. But these ones with the good girls, either you can't find them, and if they do have one listed, it's going for $400 to $500. So this seller had it for $50. I couldn't believe it. And I talked to him outside of eBay through email, and he said he has a bunch. He gave me a list of books he hasn't posted yet, a bunch of ECs. And I'm trying to talk him into do a live stream and getting some of the collectors who are into buying these Golden Age books to maybe he'll do like a sale on a live stream, because he says he's having health problems and he's trying to sell his books. Anyways, enough of that. #8, Saddle Justice. This book is really a ghost. And this is #8 from September 1948. So with shipping, tax, and everything, it was $56. This is like a $200 to $300 book all day long. This is the last issue in the run. This is a Graham Ingalls cover. And of course, it's a good girl cover. Now, unfortunately, there's a little bit of scribble on her chest, but you know what? It's not that bad for this price that I got and for how scarce this book is. So someone mentioned in a comment on Instagram that they didn't know that EC did Westerns. So EC does this, Saddle of Justice, and they also do Gunfighters. And Gunfighters is another one, totally scarce. But there's a lot of good girl covers on that one. Okay, so to the Grail of the Hall. I never thought I would own one of these books. This book was listed on eBay for my comic shop with make an offer. Now it's missing the centerfold, and that's why I was able to afford it. If this book had the centerfold in it, I don't know if I'd want to pay the $600-700 that it would probably be listed for. So they did send a printed copy of the centerfold with it, and I'll show you what's inside this book when I edit the video. More Fun Comics #78. This 3rd cover appearance of the Green Arrow and 6th appearance overall. And it has Dr. Spectre in here. Dr. Fate. It's the Spectre, Aquaman. Just a sweet, sweet book. Now, Dr. Fate's first appearance was in 55 of this run. The Spectre's first appearance was in 51. And Aquaman and Green Lantern's first appearance was in 73. This is from April 1942. Oh, yeah. You know what? Let me pull it out. And we'll wrap up this video. Let me show you some of the sweetness from this book. And everything is attached except for that centerfold that is not here. The cover is barely hanging on. But there's some Green Arrow right there. Isn't that beautiful? I think I'm going to try to get the spine roll out of this. Actually, I'm buying a new press, so I'm going to wait. Dr. Fate. Let's see here. It's got some other stories in here besides that. Now, unfortunately, the centerfold is the beginning of the Aquaman story, which I have right here. That's probably why the price was so cheap. It's not a very good thing when you have one of the main stories is the centerfold. And the other inner wrap is detached. But I'll tell you what. Oh, what did I pay for this? Here's the Spectre. So they had it listed for $299. I offered them $245. They came back with $275, and I jumped on it. So after tax and shipping, it was $313. Check out this ad. Green Arrow, Superman, Batman. So I was toying with buying a detective issue number 106, but instead I went with this. My grail of grails is to own another issue of More Fun Comics with either the Spectre or Dr. Fate cover. And I think I will achieve that goal one day. So I hope you enjoyed this haul. I enjoyed showing it. So leave a comment, subscribe if you want to, like this if you want to. I guess it helps the video. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for joining me. I had a fantastic time. I hope you guys enjoyed this stuff. I'm excited about just to get over here and read this stuff today. But this is Nighttiger saying peace out to the community. And read a comic, don't apologize for the glare, and all that stuff. Out of here.